What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna share my experience with Hair of Istanbul. So Hair of Istanbul is a hair transplant place that's located in Istanbul, Turkey. I don't really have a game plan on how I'm gonna share this information. I'm just gonna go over the messages of whenever I message them. They, ask my questions and they answer them. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. If I miss anything or if you have any questions, make sure to comment below. So first, that took a breath of me. No. So first I messaged them, is the hair length required to be a certain length the day of the procedure, or would something like a buzz cut suffice? And so they sent me a video and saying you should come here with the same hair length, and the hair is like longer than what I have now. I don't know if I'll be able to add like the video or something like that to show, but I would just recommend, like, if you're interested, to just go ahead and message them. They're not gonna, you don't have to pay for anything just by messaging them. They'll go ahead and send you the information that you request, and that way you'll know like if it's the right place or thing for you to do. So then I sent them the video, which was very did not like, because going without a haircut for a while. And then let's see, thank you very much for your sincere interest in our clinic. So then they send me some information which is not really relevant. And then so what would be in my case is, firstly, your donor area is smaller than your transplantation required area. It means full coverage is mathematically impossible. Secondly, because of your thin hair type, even we can, I'm reading that how they typed it, so if I sound like I'm not talking right, that's not my fault. Even we can fill your entire top in 2 sessions. Your results will not have a perfect density. Estimated density of your results can be max like your donor area hair density. Okay, so it says if in capitalized bold letters. If you still insist on to have this hair transplant procedure, and if capitalized bold letters, if you are not suffering from disease, heart, AIDS, HIV, hepatitis, diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol, any scalp problems such as keloid, I'm not even sure what this is, seborrheic dermatitis, and then psoriasis, etc. It says we will perform your first session if your donor area allows us to perform another session, which is in bold letters. So I'm gonna be catching my breath because it's a lot. Okay, so it says you will come here again 1 year later and we will do our best to fix your remaining hair problem in your second session. Missing the comma. We will do our best to fix your remaining hair problem in your second session without taking finasteride, dutasteride, whatever that is, Propecia, Rogaine, Minoxidil, etc. So our proposal, they provide me with the amount that I'm going to pay, which I don't know if I'll disclose that, but maybe message us something, I don't know, we'll see. Second session free of charge. It says, so the price includes the hair transplant procedure, airport transfer, so they pick you up from the airport, they take you to the hotel, they take you to the clinic, they take you to the hospital, they take you back to the airport. So that's, like when you're traveling somewhere where you've never been before and they speak a different language, that's definitely something that like you want to look at, I guess, And let's see, so 3 nights, 5-star hotel accommodations. I had to pay an extra night, which is not expensive, from US dollars to Turkish lira. I think it came out to like $115, and that was a 5-star hotel, which I'm from Austin, so here in Austin you're looking at over $300 for the most part from what I've seen. So they have like a swimming pool and all that. I don't know why they would mention that, because I ain't going swimming if I the day of resting, I guess, like, which is when you arrive, or if you get there earlier, I don't know. One PRP treatment, 1 session, which is where they take your blood out. I can't remember where exactly they took the blood out from. Maybe my vein, I think. And then they like use a machine. They get all the good stuff that's good for your hair, something like that. and then they inject it in your hair. I guess it's good for your blood flow, and then inject it in your hair, which is pretty much what it does. Gets that blood going, where you have the transplant area. And if you don't have a transplant, there's places that do that, which helps the blood flow, which is something might look into doing actually. Haven't done it other than that time. Okay, so it excludes the flight tickets. So with that being said, well, I had to pay for my flight, but I feel like it can be a little bit difficult trying to find the best prices because they do give you like certain dates for the procedure. And then I'm not going over there to travel. I was just going over there to get it and go. So then you have to depending on where you stay also, like I'm from the US, so it's like going to, like, I don't know what the time difference is, but it's pretty much like day and night, I guess. I can't remember. But anyways, so it's like for me, your travel date, you pretty much arrive the next day, which would be considered your rest day. Then the next day is the morning where you have your procedure done. Let's see here. Well, yeah, you'll have your procedure done. That was I don't know if we'll probably get back into it, but as it's in my head, I'll just go ahead and tell you. But it was a 6-hour procedure for me. I can't remember how many grafts I got. I think it was like around 3,500, which I'll be getting to, and then I'll tell you for sure. And then the next day is where they help you clean, they show you how to clean it, which they also have videos on their YouTube channel. Okay, so it says, so they gave me the quote and they gave me a deadline, like if I was to accept it, like that's the price that I'll pay. And so let's see here. Note number 1, please pay attention. We can tell you that we will provide your best results that you can get it from a hair transplant procedure, and you will absolutely have a better result than now, but capitalized bold letters. If your expectation is a perfect result by fixing the entire top, we never recommend you have this hair transplant procedure. So with that being said, yeah, it's not perfect for sure. Like with the lighting, you should be able to see. I'll give you a glance for now, and I'll try and show you more later. But so my part, and I'll try and add photos, whether it's while I'm talking or at the end. So and I'll put like the months and things like that. I'll try and figure it out. But like for the most part, mine was like right here in the front, and then they like kind of did a little bit going higher just to like kind of blend it as your hair starts to fall out, like, because your hair is still gonna fall out. Like if you get a hair transplant and you can, let's say that I did just the front, but like there's hair there that was already there that was not transplanted. There's hair in the back that was not transplanted, so that hair is gonna fall out. So eventually in the future, I kind of expect to kind of like have no hair except for like more of the transplant area, which is fine because of my age. I'm 34 as of this month. I just turned 34. I feel like in the future, like my thing is like, well, it's cool, whatever. I mean, it's not cool, but it is what it is. I personally just see it as like, once I like really start shaving my hair, at least I have like a nice little hairline. Instead of like, like those people that, well, but just kind of where it's not even looking, I guess. I don't know, just for me at least. Like other people, if you don't care, whatever, you do you. Okay, so yeah, so they didn't promise perfection, but they definitely gave me what they did promise, I guess you could say. Very satisfied with my results for sure. Very happy. I haven't even gotten my second session, and we'll get to that later. Okay, so number 2, please pay attention. This procedure is something like planting seeds in the ground. After you planted a seed, you should feed the plant with water, air, some fertilizer, etc. Otherwise, plant may be weak. Let's see. Okay. So for me, I try to find like good shampoos, good hair serums. I've used since I was like 22, 23, a laser, which I personally recommend. People could say that they don't work, but definitely whatever you want to say, like the opposite. um, because with the laser, the red laser, it has to be like certain like a power. I'm not really sure how to explain it. You would just have to look it up. But what it does, it makes your blood flow like move. So what I would do, which I know is not part of this experience, but hey, if you're listening, take some advice, write some notes down. Um, what I would do is I kind of would lay on the bed. I'll just watch something on my phone. Like I'll have it like I'll lay on my bed while I'm looking down, kind of like to not be high but kind of low, so that my so that the blood can stay more in my head, if that makes sense. Because if I'm laying flat, instead of like, I feel like the blood flow setting up is just gonna go down, even though that's not the way it works. But just kind of, I feel like it helps. Anyway, so I'll start like massaging the back of my scalp from the bottom, kind of like trying to. Well, I guess I'll show you. Like push the blood up to my head. Like I'll try and get it all the way over here, and like then just kind of massage it. And I'll do it for like about 15 minutes while I'm watching something on my phone, YouTube, music videos, whatever. And then after that, which that alone will make a difference, honestly. Like you'll see your hair look a little thicker once you're done just doing it, because it got that little blood flow, it fed it, and it kind of made it just, I don't know, just try it and then see if it works for you. But after that, I would do the hair laser for another 15 minutes. Just kind of like, because I feel like I pushed the blood, it's ready, so now it's like even more active. Okay, so let's see where we at. It says, because of your hair type, after we perform your transplant procedure, you will most probably need to take some vitamins, which I also do. So what I do is with hair vitamins, you know how like people say take biotin. I take the multi hair vitamins that have like all the good stuff for your hair, because if I'm just taking biotin and I don't need biotin, I feel like you're just gonna pee it out, like the excess, so it's not really doing anything. But there might be a different vitamin that might need a little assistance, like where you might be low on. So I usually just compare, whichever has like more of the good stuff is the one I go with. So usually I'll go with like the store brand, like I mean, same difference, because that one I'll show higher percentage. So I'm like, I want that, and they're usually a little cheaper too. The one that I have that I do like, honestly, it sounds kind of, I don't know, but by saying this, in my opinion, I don't know. But anyways, is the Hims vitamins. I get the Hims and Hers because I don't even know if they're just for Hims anymore. They used to be TVs on, sorry. But yeah, I feel like I've noticed like slight, like some help with it, like the smallest thickness assistance. But I don't know, I noticed it. So it's like, why am I gonna go to a different vitamin where I don't notice that? So it kind of lets me know kind of like it works. But yeah. Alright, so it says, let's see, take some vitamins. It says use some shampoo stuff for 6 to 8 months. Okay, so I use Kerastase, I think that's how you say it. I use their products because, why? Because that's the products that they provided me. They are a little pricey, shampoo bottle, like that big, it's like $30-something. Their serum, which is like maybe like 1 ounce, it's like around $60. For the serum, I do want to shop around. I feel like that one, I don't know. I don't think I see like the biggest difference, but I definitely feel like you can get something for like around $20. It's gonna do the same or more. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. Alright, so let's see. So I asked, can you provide me with what the schedule will look like again? It's no longer my messages. Thank you. Okay. How flexible are you guys with transportation to the airport? Let's say I have to leave to the airport at 2 a.m. based on the flight found. And so with that, well, they'll answer it, but basically whatever your time is. Is the procedure paid cash? So I feel like everyone wants to know that. I used to want to know that. So the procedure is paid however you want to pay. So whether you want to pay cash or card, but just know that you're gonna have like, they're gonna from what I recall, they'll charge. I don't know, they might say it, but I recall they'll charge you a little bit more, so you'll get a fee. I guess they're having you pay for that fee or something. But because international, yes, I took cash. Okay, so which I think I'll get back to a little bit more later. This is, let's see what I asked real quick. So I'm not really sure if because they do check to make sure that you're healthy. I don't know if I'm too low on the camera, but I'm not moving it because it's unbalanced and I had to balance it out. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if they did if they checked my blood, because I told them I had recently gotten like a physical, so I sent them that information. I knew I was healthy, but I sent them that information anyways, just like, hey, look, in case, whatever it is that they look at to make sure that you're healthy. And so if you don't, what they'll tell you is that if you're not healthy, like let's say you're high cholesterol or diabetes, and you're like, oh, just go, who cares, whatever. They do say, like, and I think it's in the messages coming up, that they will not perform it, and you will still have to pay the money. So just keep that in mind. Can't cheat the system. Okay, so it says we can pick you up from the hotel and or airport or drop you there. I'm gonna say it how they say it, 7/24. I don't know if that's how they said it over there, but 24/7. So basically in time. It says no problem. It says, so they gave me the dates, which like for example, the 1st, 3rd, 5th, 9th, 10th, things like that. So your flight might not work with that. The day of procedure is different from the day that you arrive. Okay, so we request you to ask for our confirmation before purchasing the flight tickets. So pretty much you're like, hey, I want to get the procedure that day, and then from there you'll book your flight once they confirm it. Okay, so we recommend you stay here for 4 days, 3 nights. And this is where they talk about first day, arrival, getting rest, second day, procedure, third day, taking off bandages, and I don't know if I said it right earlier, but here, fourth day, the first hair wash, airport transfer as well. Okay, so then they give me a kind of like a schedule, like if okay, so if you come this day, with the dates and stuff. It says, if your return flight will be before afternoon hours, we will drop you off at the airport directly without washing your hair. Which is really not that big of a deal. It's like I remember they picked me up, took me to clinic to do it, and then they took me back to the hotel, which took it was like 5 minutes or something like that. I can't remember. It just felt like it was so quick. But it was definitely worth it because they gave me some baklava, and yeah, that was good. Okay, so here they're telling me about, in order for us to set your appointment, we request you to WhatsApp or email us a screenshot of your flight ticket on the mutually agreed date within 24 hours. It says if you will not send us a copy of flight tickets within 24 hours, your booking will be automatically deleted by the system, and we do not accept any responsibilities if the agreed date is fully booked. Then they sent me a video of the hotel, which it was a very nice hotel. I did enjoy my stay there. Except for there was these cats. Like Istanbul has a lot of cats everywhere, and there was like a group of cats crying outside of my window. Yep. I have a video of that somewhere. But that's not the hotel's problem. Anyways, you will be given some shampoo, 250 milliliters, I believe, ml. A spray foam, 150 ml. Maybe more aftercare kits, which you cannot carry any of them in hand luggage. You should bring a suitcase with you. So what I did is that I did a carry-on, and then then I booked it as a checked bag on the way back, so that way I wouldn't have to pay like double the fee. Because they give you like bottles that aren't airport approved, so you need a checked bag in order to get those back to wherever you're flying. Okay, our proposal, I think I need some coffee and a melt. Okay, our proposal includes only for 3 nights 4-stay hotel accommodations. If you would like to extend your stay here, you will pay us and then whatever the rate was at that time. And if you would like to share the hotel room with your guest, okay, they won't have to pay anything. I didn't take anyone with me. So all you need is your passport to get over there. So for me, I went like when it was after COVID, but it was still kind of like where they had all those rules. So I had to get a HES code. I had to get you'll need a visa. So they'll send you the link to that. I think I paid only $50. So I didn't think that was expensive at all. You print it out like right away. It was instant. You don't have to get approved for it, unless maybe you're a felon and it comes up in the system or something. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's see. So everything personal. So breakfast was included in the hotel. It was pretty amazing. Yeah, 5-star hotel, pretty good breakfast. They had like this egg thingy, like I don't know, from Turkey, and I've been meaning to look it up so I can make it. But anyways, okay, so also we request you to have following blood test results from your doctor within a month before your flight. So I guess they requested it. I remember saying, I don't know, just check with them and they'll tell you as far as like if they would be doing it for you if you're not able to. I believe they maybe somewhere along the lines, but anyways, yeah, they just want to make sure that I don't have HIV, hepatitis, all that stuff that I had mentioned, but I'm just reading what they're saying. Because of coronavirus, let's see, sure, 100% clean. Okay, so there's a refund on your payment. So it says if you have any of that stuff that's not gonna let you qualify, it says, I mean, you're not gonna get a big refund, but it says they will only refund you 25% of the payment. So keep that in mind. Okay, so COVID stuff. So I don't need to go over that. So there's no payment plans. Okay, so it says there's no installments, finance plans, and prepayment deposits. It says full payment will be requested in the procedure morning. It says in cash, but they do take, but I did cash. So I did take thousands of dollars on the flight with me. But like nobody knows, you know? So, and I just put it on in the backpack. I got a little lock, just, I mean, it looks like you're traveling, you know? So if I go to the restroom and I leave it, like, you'll be fine. Okay, so they're asking to ask for confirmation on flight tickets. Okay, so oh wait, I don't need to go over this. That's COVID related. Let's see. So I got my procedure March 5th. We are in 2023. I got it in 2022. Excuse me. Okay, so it's been over a year since I've gotten my procedure, and we'll get a little bit more into that. So I got scheduled, let's see. I sent them my full name, my email address. I let them know I'm traveling by myself. Which, like, traveling to a different country with cash by yourself, like, hey, I'm going by myself, you know, it's safe. It feels a little weird at first, but then you kind of, once like things are going, you're like, oh, okay, no big deal. Okay, so, but I did, however, have my location on for a moment. I had my location going on WhatsApp with a friend. Okay, let's see. So they said grow your hair. So I guess the whole growing your hair thing is like just to make sure to see how it grows, how full it's gonna look. That way they'll know, like, have a better idea of how much you're able to take or whatever. let's see. So the visa information, they send you the link, so you just do that. It's really simple. Okay, so don't be too concerned about the date, since like if you book on the 4th, it's the 5th over there, for example. So you'll talk to them and you'll have that scheduled, and just leave on the date that you told them, and that should match up to what they told them. But just, you can confirm with them if you feel kind of weird about it. Okay, they sent me the company name, the company address, which I don't even know how to look them up because it's completely different of the way they that we do it here in the U.S. COVID stuff. So they sent me a photo of the driver, so that's kind of like what I mean also, like, you know, if you're going by yourself, feel free to send it to somebody that you know, that's what I did. I was just like, well, you know, you're better safe than sorry, at least at the time. And then they send you, that's who's picking you up, so they send you a picture, that way you'll know who to look for. And then they'll want a photo of you, so that I guess so they can also find you. And they crack me up whenever they start writing like little, like they start trying to speak Spanish to me, like, okay, me llamo Sergio, but like, you know, it's like, our whole combo is in English. They said fantastico. So I told them when I was boarded, you know, they're like, excellent. I told them like the expected time I'm supposed to arrive. I told them, you know, like, hey, there's a 30-minute delay. You know, they're like, okay, see you soon. Okay, so then they were like, tomorrow we will pick you up from the hotel at 6:50 a.m. We will draw your hairline at the hospital, request the payment, and start to perform your procedure. So I had already arrived. So that's like, they text me on the day I arrived to let me know what's gonna go on the next day. Have your breakfast. 6:50 a.m. sounds early, but for some reason, when I traveled from the US over there, like, I woke up refreshed. Like, I would have thought I would have been jet lagged, but like, no, like, I felt good. I woke up like 5 a.m. or something. I had breakfast downstairs at the hotel breakfast area. I know this video might be a little lengthy, but I'm just trying to be informative. And if, like I said, if I miss anything, just make sure to comment and I'll answer. So I had my breakfast. Oh, don't drink coffee, you're not supposed to. Don't take any medicine. Just wash your hair, so you know, I showered, washed my hair, just went clean. Wear a low neck t-shirt or a shirt. So preferably they want you to wear like a button-up shirt so that you won't like miss the transplant area when you're putting it back on. If you wear a tank, it's big enough. Like, I took button-up shirts, but then I started wearing tanks at the hotel, and I'm like, oh, this, you know, better, more comfortable. So then I had the procedure. 6 hours. It went by like pretty fast. I don't know. Like, they had music videos playing, and I freaking love music videos. So like, to me, I was just enjoying myself. They had like some US artist and then some random artist from, I don't know. I was like, hey, is this person like famous here? And they're like, no. Exactly like that. You know, just kind of like mainstream artist. So I was like, you know, something you don't hear of people. Alright, so let's see, I think this is the next day. Hey Sergio, hope everything went well today. Tomorrow we will pick you up from your hotel at 9 a.m. and remove your bandage at the clinic. These are the instructions, and see you tomorrow. Addressing the clinic, it's PDF file. Hold on, I gotta click on this file. Cannot display, maybe it's been too long. 1 pill after dinner, 1 pill after breakfast. Okay, every day. Okay, so they gave me antibiotics. So they gave me something, and I didn't know what it was, but I googled it, you know, because different languages, so I couldn't read it, but it was antibiotics. I think because you're leaving, like I don't know if that's something that you would normally take, but I'm guessing that's why they want to make sure that you're healthy. Because if you're leaving to a different country, they're not going to be able to assist you with what goes on after you leave. So I was taking antibiotics for till the entire box. I think it was like 5 days, day and night, like it says. And yeah, I guess it's like to prevent any infection, or in case, well, yeah. Let's see. So they gave me painkillers. I only took one, like when I got to my hotel to go, like before going to sleep and everything. And that's it. After that, I didn't feel pain, anything. I'm a back sleeper, so you do need a airport pillow to lay on so that you can kind of like keep your head up and stuff like that. And I guess so that the back's not really like touching the bed. But they also give you like these long pad things to lay on so that you won't get blood or gunk all over the bed and pillow. And let me tell you, the first night or the first couple of nights, like all this crap, like the fluids that they injected to you come out. You see yellow, red, like I don't know if I should put some photos in there. I know I have some, but yeah, it's pretty gross. But like then the swelling's going down because it's all coming out. Anti-edema, 3 pills 1 day after the procedure, 2 pills 2 days after the procedure, 1 pill 3 days after the procedure. So these were just other things. I don't even remember taking that at this point, but I know I did. This has been over a year. Oh, and well, I got something to say. Okay, so they tell you a photo of the correct sleeping position, but it's old, so it's not popping up anymore. Okay, let's see. Hi Sergio, hope you're doing okay. Tomorrow we will pick you up from your hotel at 10:30 a.m., check your progress, do your first hair wash, and teach you how to wash your hair by yourself, then drop you off at the hotel. Please take your pills and be ready in the lobby at the time. It would be like, if you would like to change your t-shirt, bring a new one with you. I didn't need to do that because you just lay on a chair. If I recall correctly, they lather up shampoo, pat it, and then just wash it off. Like I said, it did not take long. Okay, for the following 8 days, once a day and every day, please kindly follow the instructions on how to wash your hair correctly. So it's a video, very simple. They have it on their YouTube channel and they'll send it to you if you're interested. Okay, they gave me a Pathanol spray, so I looked it up and it's, I guess, like, you know, like let's say you have a sunburn, you spray it on there type of thing, help your skin heal. So that I would do every day. It says for the first 10 washes. Well, anyway, so I would spray it, let it foams. You just leave it there for I think like 10 minutes or 15, I can't remember. It might say it on here, but and then after that, I just rinse, wash it off. Just pour some water. I use like water bottles because it has more control. It won't be too much pressure. And it was both the the donor area and the procedure area. Okay, so that's for the first 10 days, and then it says after the 10th wash, you may shampoo your hair every day or every other day. The important thing is to keep your hair and scalp clean, which you lather on until you're able to take your scabs off. COVID stuff. Hi Sergio, this is your official PCR test result. I don't even know what that is. I don't even remember what that is. It's on here, but I don't want to click on Oh, I think it has to do with COVID, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so just second session, it's confirmed, blah, blah, blah. So it says, I asked them, does this have to be done exactly within a year? It says, we will stay in touch with you, minimum 8 months, normally after a year. Your donor area will have to have another hair transfer procedure. Okay, so I would just send them photos, kind of like keep in touch with them. I think it was like 15 days after is when they told me, like 10 or 15 days. They're like, send us photos of your transplant area because it's all flaky, it's pretty gross. It's all scabs basically, and then they'll tell you like, okay, it's okay, you can go ahead and wash it off. So I think for me it was like 10 days. I didn't even go to 15. They were like, okay, you can take it off. So it was pretty gross. Like I was just gently rubbing them off, but like you see all these scabs in your hand. But after that, you see like your hair short, but you see your hairline and everything, and you're just like, yes, like that's why I did this. Okay. Okay, no problem for drinking alcohol anymore, I did ask. Okay, we do not recommend you to use any hairstyling products for the first 6 months post-procedure, which is fine because your hair's growing out, which is gonna fall out. I think like in the first month it falls out, but you're scared to touch it, but as once after like maybe 15 days or so, just kind of be a little bit more, because you'll see hairs fall out. But like I feel like if you don't really take them off, they won't start growing. And once you actually take them off, you're gonna look like an ugly duckling, depending on your case, I guess. Okay, so the amount that I actually got done was 3,300 grafts. And I asked about about sunlight and swimming, and it says a month post procedure, normal sunlight and swimming are okay. For sunbathing, you should completely. I don't do that, but it's well, I guess I kind of do sometimes. But when I go to the beach, 3 to 5 months till the redness is gone. Okay, see, got it, thanks. And they're like, de nada. Okay, hi Sergio. Okay, well, I guess I said, hi, I've been using the shampoo that was given to me. Am I able to use other shampoos or should I wait a while before switching? And this hair conditioner okay if I find my scalp a bit dry? Hi Sergio, till the whole bottle runs out, you should use the first shampoo every day to let the transplanted area texture fuse into the scalp. The first shampoo may make your scalp dry, flaking, cracks, dandruff, and feeling irritated or normal. No worries, please. The shampoo spray or other products, which the Kerastase, they gave me like this spray, which I low-key love, but for some reason now the Kerastase stopped selling it. I liked it because like if you ever felt like your scalp was dry or whatever, I would just like spray it, kind of like moisturize. Okay, the shampoo, spray, or other products that we will recommend you to use are all medical stuff. To recommend you to any new products, we have to check your progress. Please notify us before you finish the shampoo you're using for now, and we will recommend you to use a new one at that time. Which I think that's what they did, and that's what I did. I just been using that whatever they recommended. Okay, so let's see. I send them photos, or like everything's normal with your progress, there's no problem. Now it is okay to start sport activities, to start using minoxidil, which I'm not using. I'm not using anything, but I'm considering using minoxidil, to use warm water, to use hair dry machine, pressure, hats, all that. So that was pretty much a month after. That says April 6th, and I got the procedure on March 5th. They did a PRP treatment, so maybe that's what I think I said earlier, but that's where they take the blood and they injected it, and they're recommending for me to do that, but I have not. It's pretty expensive. I think it's like around $500, or it just depends where you live, maybe, but like just for one session. Let's see. So this, like, that spray, I don't know what they're using now. They no longer sell it unless they have a connection, or maybe they do sell it. I haven't looked for it anymore. But it was just like, after you wash your hair, do 5 to 7 sprays all over. Okay, so I may not have to go through all of it, because at that point I just send them progress photos every month. So let me try and do a recap. So it hurts, it definitely hurts whenever you get the anesthesia and injected into your head. They do it all over. It's like the worst pain I've ever felt. The best way that I can explain it is like, you grab some tweezers and like the most sensitive hairs on your face or the back, like you slowly pull it out, but just like 10 times worse, like, I don't know how to explain it honestly, but you get through it, and I will do it again. It's definitely worth it. I definitely recommend them. Like, everything to me, I had no problems, like the hotel, the transportation, the people, everyone was friendly. The person that drew my hairline, they did a good job, because whenever he drew it on, I was like right on the money, because he drew like my original hairline. I don't know if like that's what he was going for, but that's definitely what he did, because as you can see, in my opinion, I have a big forehead. I didn't want to change the way I look, if that makes sense. Like, I wanted to just be me, just restore myself. Like, I definitely believe you should keep up with yourself. As far as changing, that's up to the person. People, like, one thing that people, or maybe a couple, have asked, like, oh, why don't you, because like I said, I have a big forehead in my opinion, but they're like, oh, why don't you do it lower? And don't like that question, because it's like, I'm not trying to change myself. And then the other thing is that I definitely feel like a better person. I've done a lot of things to change my life, to make my life better, but I definitely feel like it helps you, because, like, for example, before, I used to wake up and I would go, like, when you're getting ready for work, for example, I would look in the mirror and it's like just a hassle trying to do my hair. And now it's just like a lot easier. Like I never go out without product. Well, occasionally, but the only reason my hair looks like wavy is because I use this thing. Like I find this very helpful. It's just a headband. You just type like men headband on Amazon and it'll come up. But this thing right here, I feel like I kind of like try and style it with it, just while I'm at home. Like, I'm not gonna go out like this, but just because when I do that, it prevents me from like touching my hair. Kind of like if I style my hair and I don't want to mess it up. I don't have wavy hair, I have straight hair. It just looks wavy because of that. Other than that, I can't really think of anything. But if I forgot something, or if you didn't hear something, just make sure to comment and I'll respond. But yeah, so make sure to subscribe and like this video.